just how did you feel about the game overall? Is it, you never want to be trailing per se, but is it nice to be the ones doing the pushing in the third period rather than defending a bit?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think any coach would prefer to have the lead and going into the third, but I thought our game progressed. Certainly didn't like our first. I thought we were getting out competed and we weren't winning enough battles. And then the second, I thought we were better. We made some changes to the lines to try and jumpstart us a little bit. I thought the power play goal was important for us. And we talked after the second about tilting the ice and taking our game to another level again. And we felt as a coaching staff it was a winnable game for us. And certainly it came to fruition with some good forechecking pressure and some good ozone time. Certainly think we're passing up maybe a little bit too many chances to shoot the puck inside the dots. But overall, I thought that, it was a real good second and third period to come back and get the win.
You spoke this morning about reeling in expectations for Järventie. How did he match up to what you expected from him, and what did you notice about him in his first game?
I mean, certainly you can see that there is high-end talent there. His release, he had a nice opportunity there in the first period, came over, changed the angle, and the release was very good. I think he might have missed the net, but the skill set is there, but I think from a coaching perspective, we had to manage our expectations in terms of, very little practice time, the language barrier in terms of picking up the systematic play. In a tight game, I didn't really play him the last few minutes or the overtime, and it was certainly just, he needs to get acclimated. So you can tell the difference between maybe him and Ridly Greig, who, was with us for quite a bit of time earlier in the season, where him coming back was maybe a little bit an easier transition. But certainly the talent is there and the size. Obviously he's a big kid that just, will just turn 19 in August. So once he continues to work on his development off the ice and with that release point on his shot, he's certainly going to be a good one down the line.
Can you walk us through that goal? You were back at the blue line there and made a pretty nice play, I think, to seal off on the boards and get a chance.
Yeah, so I kind of was covering the D up, and puck kind of just bounced to me, and there's all kinds of time and space, so I decided to walk in and just had a lane to shoot, so fired away and ended up going in the back of net. So
how nice is it to get that goal so quickly after being back from the dub?
Yeah, it feels good. Obviously had a good year with a good team in the dub there, so it feels good to get it out of the way early there, coming back. So yeah.
And speaking of coming back, how did you feel about the team's performance tonight, specifically the third period? Made a nice push to eventually win the game.
Yeah, obviously take away the first period. I think we were the better team in the second and the third, and kind of just started rolling in the third, and it was a good comeback style win.
Great. That's all for me. Thanks.
Thanks, David. And next we'll go to Murray Pam.
Hey, Ridly. Basically, this season has been kind of a whirlwind for you. Obviously, you started off with the COVID. You got shut out, unfortunately, at the World Juniors. Now, is this just maybe icing on the cake now that you're actually in the AHL?
Yeah, obviously been a pretty wild year for everybody. I think myself especially, but just to be playing hockey right now, it feels good, and playing with a good team right now. And so just going to keep on putting my best foot forward and trying to get better.